You must be wondering if Bitcoin has reached its bottom yet, but it's unlikely that this 20K is the ultimate bottom. My visual thinking would of course take me to an upside target, nearing a 23,300, peaking up to 24,800 before the prices fall back and most likely testing the lows in the last week of June. I'm not too sure yet, but I think it's possible that we may not know yet if what we are seeing now is a dead cat bounce or a false breakout below 20,000. But let's dive deeper into the content before we try to find where Bitcoin's bottom could possibly be. One factor worth considering is Bitcoin's correlation with Nasdaq. Why Nasdaq specifically? Because both share the same source of existence, which is technology, of course. Having said that, crypto market is sourced from disruptive tech. You can call disruptive tech as the next generation of technology, so it's not the traditional technology. So does Bitcoin move in the same way as stocks and Nasdaq? Absolutely, at least for now. Cryptocurrencies have been moving in the same direction as stocks for months, and Wednesday was no different. Investors are becoming more and more worried about an economic downturn or the recession, which makes them less interested in risky assets like tech and Bitcoin. Bitcoin seems to be settling around 20,000, which is similar to what happened when it was around 30,000 in May and June. The move from below 20,000 happened when people's feelings or the investor sentiment about risk in general stabilized and speculative investors waited anxiously for the next trading signal. Now, data from on-chain analytics firm called Glassnode shows that as of 20th of June, 56.2% of addresses were still worth more in dollars than when their coins went into those wallets or addresses. This makes people wonder how bad the current market really is. Recent data from Glassnode shows that the average price to buy all Bitcoins in circulation was around 23,430, also called the realized price, which I keep referring to, which is higher than the current trading price. Still, the big picture is, the big question is, what drives the price of Bitcoin? Still, in the bigger picture, we need to know that what is really driving the price of Bitcoin. You must understand that before crypto market reaches a bottom, the macro economy needs to get better and the Fed's aggressive monetary policy must calm down. So getting on to the question, can Bitcoin dip below 20,000? If past bubbles in crypto are of any indication, Bitcoin could fall even more. It's not impossible that Bitcoin could fall as low as 13K. If that happens, the price will drop almost 40% from where it is now, which is a very bearish condition. So what does it mean for Bitcoin to be bearish? If we look at the past cryptocurrency rallies, we can see that Bitcoin usually falls about 80% from its all-time high. In 2018, as an example, Bitcoin fell from a high of almost 20K in late 2017 to almost 3,000. Such a drop in 2022 would bring you back to about 30,000, which is the key support area for Bitcoin. At the height of the crypto craze back in 2021, Bitcoin also hit a record high of almost 69,000. So what's the real power in play with Bitcoin seeing its all-time glory again? In a perfect world where there's plenty of liquidity, Bitcoin does really well. But the trouble starts when that liquidity is taken away, which is exactly what the central banks are doing right now. That is when the real problem begins, and that's when crypto market come under a lot of pressure. Investors are worried about how higher interest rates will affect assets that did well when monetary policy was loose. This has put the crypto world on edge for sure. Fed Reserve raised its benchmark lending rate by 75 basis points just last week. This was the biggest single increase since 1994. After the Fed made its decision, the Bank of England and the Swiss National Bank exactly did the same thing. So the ultimate bottom Bitcoin can see, in my opinion, is around 13K at filming time. What's the probability of this occurrence? I'm more inclined to see a 13K Bitcoin than expecting a 24K Bitcoin, given the recession fear is really taking over the investor sentiment for now. In my next video that I will be posting on Saturday, I will be looking into how Bitcoin will behave during recession, which almost seems to be here. Don't forget to like and share this video, and as always, please subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bells so that each time I post a video you are notified. What do you think of my content? Let me know in the comment section below.